Namaskaram. When we say Namaskaram, telling back Namaskaram is Bharatiya Samskaram. I know how difficult time my brother Arpit is having these days, right? So I want to make his life simple. This is one of my book, Life Medicine.
Oh, this is an honor, sir.
All of you can download it free from internet. All my books are free. I have many. I write everything on LIFE. Correct? And it's very simple. It's not mine. 80% is contributed by my students. Because when I go for lectures, not now, I started 23 years back. That time there was no Facebook. Have you heard about Orkut? Yes, sir. This generation would not have heard. So those days, what discussion I had with my students on Orkut, I just compiled it and made a book. Because I do serious things on social media. Right? Lot of questions. And you want to know your future? Print it, open a page. It need not be read continuous. Any page you can read, and that gives you a solution for your life problems. Because lot of questions from students. Yeah, that's incidental. I was noting down few points, and I have a big Bible with me, always I carry when I have some doubt to refer to. Correct? I thought I will prepare something in the flight while coming. But unfortunately, the lady who was sitting beside me is from Jaipur, and she was feeling sick. So most of the time I was taking care of her. And she is a psychic problematic case. So I am a psychotherapist. So I should attend to people when I get a chance. I don't know where should I start. I must congratulate the team, give best wishes to the people, which I should not forget, right? So I congratulate, wish all the best, a great team with a great experts in the field, in the hands of a design thinking person. I did many workshops on design thinking because I have students in MIT doing programs on design thinking. So they teach me in turn. So my students become my teachers. This is a era of the future lab, right? Which century we are in? And how can you call 21st century as the future century? We are already there, right? Is it not stupid? So many people have a mistake of saying 21st century, and that's a great opportunity. I don't think, maybe you will be there. I will not be there for the next century. Century is how many years? I am seeing all Jaipur students very brilliant because they don't write notes. I keep on writing when somebody speaks. Otherwise, I record. And I also record. 3 recording. And I keep listening to that today itself and finish because tomorrow something else will come, right? Don't you write, my kids? Otherwise you will say something was that. Otherwise get back to my YouTube, okay? And listen back again. And then I want all of you to make notes. Otherwise all this will go. One big mistake our teachers do. I must have taught more than millions of teachers. I was director for academic staff college. So teaching university teachers was my job. Most of the teachers will ask students take a note. They give notes. But I suggest don't give notes. Let them take notes without giving. Write down what you feel. Otherwise, your concentration will not come. Shraddhavan labhate jnanam. Shraddhavan labhate jnanam. Bhagavad Gita says. Many times it is misquoted. I love to re-look at quotations. I have reflections of life. Many of the quotations are related to life. So what do? Is I re-look at them and find a lot of mistakes. Because it's not applicable today. What is written in 18th century is not applicable in 21st century, right? Huh? Correct or not? Familiarity breeds contempt. Is it true? Familiarity breeds love. I changed it. When you sit with someone, is it boring or getting more love? It's getting more love. It's not. Because we are all social beings. Being social. We are all human beings. Being human. Very, very simple definition, right? So if you understand both, I'm sure you will find a lot of solutions to our problems. And it's not given earlier 18th century, 13th century, in history you will learn all that. But today, it is not century because people have become so fast. Things are changing very fast. So I keep saying, the lab of future should not talk about 21st century because we are already in 21st century. So I keep saying it is 3, 2, 1. Where are we? 3, 2, 1. What is 3, 2, 1? Third decade of 21st century. We are already in third decade of 21st century. Probably I will be there for next 30, 40 years. I am an astrologer. I am guaranteed 39 more years. And Jaipur is a wonderful place. I was just recollecting when I was in Jaipur long back. So when the demonetization happened, next week I was here because my cousin was staying here. And she said she has not seen 2000 rupees notes. I got the phone at 8 o'clock. I said, today's flight I am missing, so tomorrow morning I will be there. I came with a bundle of 2000 rupees notes to gift to her. And I have got few nice videos how people were getting beaten up standing on the bank that day. Okay. That was a beautiful time. I love Jaipur for 2-3 reasons. The basic reason, it's not in Madhya Pradesh. It's not in Uttar Pradesh. It's somewhere in between, right? But it's the only place where the cook is considered as a Raja. They have a beautiful dress like a Raja, right? Not in South India where I am coming from. The cook doesn't have that ornaments and that, right? They are all beautiful people. I think that is probably because a great relation between Jaipur and Madhya Pradesh. Is it there? Is there a relationship between Jaipur and Madhya Pradesh? You don't know, right? Yeah. You do some homework. I'll give you a lot of homework. Otherwise, you should ask questions. I will only put some spark and then leave it there. If you want answers, you come back to me as an interaction. Just now, who was talking that knowledge makes you great? Kalam said. Unfortunately, Kalam gets the credit of many of the great quotes because Kalam is famous. I don't know whether Kalam is famous or Vivekananda is famous. Long back, Vivekananda said, knowledge is man-making. What did Vivekananda said? So is it a different version? Maybe somebody will speak, Paulo Coelho told this, right? Because he is more famous today in the youngsters. Vivekananda said, knowledge is man-making. Ahara, Nidra, Bhaya, Maithunani, Samani, Chaitani, Nranam, Pashunam. Jnanam Naranam, Adhiko Vishesho. Jnanam, knowledge is extra to human being. Jnanam naranam adhigo vishesho jnane hina. If you don't have knowledge, Pashubhi saman. You are equivalent to an animal. Vivekananda did not tell this. He took from the basic Indian scriptures and translated it into English. Got it? Our culture is great. Now, I am from a small village from the northwest corner of Kerala, which is like a small leaf. Nothing is there. And my guru says, I am from a Vedic tradition where Brahmashri KPC Arjan Bhattacharya taught me, including space science. Because our Veda has more space science than any other text in the world. Akrishti shaktistu mahitaya yadghastvam swa abhimukham swashaktya akrishyate. If I tell, probably 3rd century 21st students will say that it's all stupid. This is, you have a G, which is Earth's gravity, right? And you have a uppercase G, universal gravity. This is defined in this loka. How the universe is not falling. Patattvayam K. Why is it not falling? The answer is given because so many planets are balancing it. Akrishti shaktistu mahitaya yat ghastvam swa abhimukham swa shaktya. It attracts here, it attracts there, it attracts everywhere, so it doesn't know where to fall because there is no up and down. The space has no up and down, infinity, right? You go to any temple, they will start chanting slokas. Ask the priest if they know the meaning. Otherwise, come back to me. After recording, I'll tell you the meaning. Brahmandhanam madhye, in the whole Brahmanda in the center. Bharadagande, Bharadavarshe, Meroha Dakshine Parshe, your geography. In the whole universe, there is an earth. In that earth, there is Asia. In Asia, there is a Bharat. And that is the south of Meru. Meru is Kailash. I was there in Kailash. Last month I was there in Everest. What a great knowledge. And from there they know where the planets are. All the planetary system, astronomy. People think that space department people knows about the space. Actually, space department doesn't know anything about space. We know only how to keep the satellite there. I am not a space expert. Somebody keeps a satellite there, they look ground and take pictures, and I know about the ground because they send the pictures to us. And all the INSAT, when you speak on phone, it hears and then it speaks to somebody else in the other part of the world. So all remote sensing satellites are eyes, all INSAT satellites are ear and mouth. So we know how to make a face in the space, that's it. You know what is the Sanskrit for space? No, right? Gham. What is that? Gham. So I am a gham scientist. Anything good you put a su, it becomes very good. So sugham is very good, right? You put a du, it becomes bad. So what is space? You can make space good and bad. You can decide whether you want to put su or you want to put du. Dukkham you put, it becomes bad. Sukham you put, it becomes. So where is space? Space is in our, inside our heart. Your heart has gone. Somebody has taken already, finished. Most of the teenagers lost their heart today. I have another book, beautiful book called Rhythm of Life, in which one of my poetry is the heart failure of a spiritual guru. It's a confusing thing, right? I got a heart attack, not me, the poet me inside me got a heart attack. And I was taken to a hospital and the doctor says, we will do an open heart surgery. I said, don't open my heart, there are a lot of secrets inside. So we have a big problem when you translate into English. People keep saying, don't learn by heart. What do you say? Don't learn by heart. But in your mother tongue, in Indian languages, we will not tell this. Because the meaning is entirely different. Try in your language. What does it mean? So if you translate, the meaning will become learn by heart. You understood? Is it bad or good? Learning by heart is good or bad? Where is your mother? Is it in the brain or in the heart? No, don't use the word heart. Manas. Yeah, if it is in the heart, brain, what will happen? You will look at mother and say, oh, this is my mother. It takes time to react. Manas reacts very fast because Manas is the software and this is the hardware. This is the memory. Memory is like a disk. It takes time to retrieve. Manas is software, which probably the Western science don't understand. Therefore, there is no Manas. Mana. Sharira manaso yoga parasparamanu vrajet adhara adheya bhavena taptajya khadayoriva. The body and the mind is such related. When the body becomes weak, the manas also will become weak. Science and technology can't understand this. So don't think science and technology is great. Science and technology is not great. Science and technology is not great. Understanding that science and technology, there is a manas inside you and that manas is great. Understood? Otherwise you will by brain, not by heart. What happens? You by brain the subject and write the exam. After that, you format the brain. Finished. Nothing will be there. After 10th class, nothing will be there. That's why I was executive director of an engineering college. So I've done a lot of studies on engineering subjects in India. I also was professor of management in engineering college after my retirement. 4% is pass in the engineering colleges. In maths, physics, chemistry, which they learn in 11th and 12th, retold the same class in 11th, first year, and they fail in all subjects. Who has to be blamed? That's because they don't understand the study. Don't study anything. I was one of the worst students in my school. I was thrown out of being the worst student, 27th rank out of 27 students. Continuously, the principal gave me a beautiful love letter when I opened its transfer certificate. Get out of the school. And same school I was called to give awards for all the 12th class children later. Because I couldn't buy brain. All of you must have seen 3 Idiots movie, right? Yeah, I am the reason for that. Yeah, one of my friend was a teacher for Amir Khan in the film industry. I am also into films. I make short movies. I teach multimedia. I make videos. One of my friend took a poetry there and taught that in the class. And that's a spark for 3 Idiots. Millions of sperm from the father get into the mother's egg and only one sperm take birth. And that's me. That's each one of us, right? Yes or no? How many sperms did not take birth? Millions. Who are they? My unborn brothers and sisters. Is it not our life is great? All of you lift your hands. Lift your hands. Take it back and say, well done. Let anybody say, you are useless. Normal scolding, right? At home. Teachers, useless. Tell them there is a small grammatical mistake. I am not useless. I am useless. I decide from today onwards I am going to use me 100%. You will become 200% good. Now she realized. Sometimes realization comes late like a tube light. Once it opens, it doesn't come. After some time only it clicks. So there are a lot of opportunities in this world. When we were young, that opportunity was not there. The electricity came to my village when I was doing my post-graduation. Telephone came when I was doing my PhD. I am from a small mother tongue. Mother tongue is always good than other tongue, right? So I studied in mother tongue up to 10th class. My English is still bad. But when opportunities are there, if you don't improve your skill, you cannot perform in this world. So I have a formula, which is DrTPS formula. You will not get it in Google. He says everything you get in Google, but I have not put in Google. You have to look at my YouTube to get this. P performance is equal to A attitude plus O opportunity plus S skill. If you have attitude, you have attitude, that's why you are here. There are a lot of people. What the organizing team expected, that many number is here. The hall is full. Correct? So that means the opportunity is given to this many people and they are here. But do you have the skill to understand what is being told? Do you have the skill to ask questions? If you don't have, your mentors are useless for you. Your teachers are quite useless. See, Bhagavad Gita is not written or not told by Bhagavan. It's all made by Arjuna. There were no questions. I taught Bhagavad Gita many times. I was very close to Henry's place. He is in Chicago, he said. So I was there in same Indiana state teaching Bhagavad Gita 2019, almost the same time. April I was there. My student took me there and then next day schedule is given, teach Bhagavad Gita. I said, I have not even brought my book. And book I will give you. Right? So that's a confidence a student has. That's the confidence Arjuna had on Krishna. Questions are not there, you don't get knowledge. So many things were told by Krishna, many times repeated. Bhagavad Gita is maybe 60% repetition. But then Arjuna said, I don't understand anything. Immediately Krishna's answer was Dr. Krishnan, first psychotherapist. Sudarshanam. Darshanam is philosophy. Sudarshanam is the good philosopher. So he was a great philosopher. So what did he teach? Shraddhavan labhate jnanam. And he says, no, I am not able to do it. Immediately the skill development happens. Jnanam, knowledge will come. Knowledge is not good enough. Many people have theoretical knowledge. But practical skill, I will not be. Abhyasena tu kaunteya. Abhyasam. Practice will make you good. You say, is there a better class than this in the world? Everything what you have is being told in that. And where did Krishna got it? Rama. Earlier Janma, Rama got it. Why am I saying all this? You are all blessed, my dear children. You are in a great place called Jaipur. I cannot tell this in Kerala. Because Kerala is not that great. Except 2-3, Madhava. Madhava is the one who invented pipe. And he is from very close to my village. Okay, a great mathematician. But you are great because you have a National Institute for Technology here, right? NIT? Under whose name it is? Yeah, one of the greatest academician of this country, Madan Mohan Malavya. Last month, almost the same time, I was there in Benares, Kashi. Madan Mohan Malavya's place, where Benares Hindu University. A man who made institutions. You know, he came to Hyderabad. I am coming from Hyderabad. Madan Mohan Malavya came to Hyderabad and then asked Nizam, I want to build a great institute which is called a Benares Hindu University. He said, I will sponsor the whole university but change the name. Take out that word starts with H. Hindu should not be there. I will give money. Madan Mohan Malavya said, I will go from this place only after getting money. People have to learn marketing technology from Madan Mohan Malavya. They had a big argument. Nizam got angry. He took his footwear and then thrown. He caught it and then said, I got the money. Because Nizam's footwear will be full of jewels, right? Correct? And what that fellow will do with another footwear, one is lost, Madan Mohan took it away and then ran. He went to Charminar and started auctioning it. King had said to people, for whatever price, get it back because I have only one. Got it? So what is exactly required for people to become successful in life? Presence of mind. If you lose presence of mind, you are out of place. Children, you are from such a place where he has got a great institution, NIT. And another one, Birla. Birla is from Ujjain. That's why I asked you what is the connection between Ujjain, Madhya Pradesh. Ujjain is the oldest city in Madhya Pradesh, right? You don't know all this, or I have to teach you geography now? Your geography teach. I taught many teachers. Geography separate, chemistry separate, maths separate. I teach teachers separate group and teach them different subjects. And tell them this is how you teach in your class. You look at, there are 5 in one of them, very famous in Jaipur, which is related to space, astronomy center. The future is here, your future lab. But there is a great lab in Jaipur, which is that. Yeah, what is it? What is it? Louder, Amma. Jantar Mandir. What does it mean? The word meaning. You never thought about it, right? Do it. Take every word which you study, which you hear, take a dictionary, Google it. Earlier we used to do like this when we don't get answers. Now today you do like this to get answers, right? Do it at least. What is that? It is not Jantar Mandir. Many people pronounce it as Mandir. It is. Yeah, what does it mean? Wonderful. Give her a big clap. That is a Yantra Mantra. And before that it is Bharadwaja's Yantra Sarvaswam. We had a Yantra Sarvaswam. There were many instruments in a dictionary which explains every instrument which they manufactured. You want to know one of them? Spectrometer. But they did not write spectrometer because spectrometer was invented quite late in C.V. Raman's time. But that was called a Dvandva Pramapakam Yandram. Dvatrimsha Samyuktam Tamo Bheda Pradarshakam Dvandva Pramapakam Yandram. Navottara Shadatmagam. 109th equipment in my dictionary of Bharadwaja's Yantra Sarvaswam, which talks about 32 spare parts pushed together. You can see the sunlight in different rays. Is it not spectrometer? Can you imagine the wealth of knowledge which he had? And he, under his disciple, and your greatest king, who? Who was the greatest king of Marathwada? Who was the greatest king who ruled this part of this country? Mughal. Jai Singh. Jai Singh, right? Jai Singh 2. 1 was there and 2 was there. And Jai Singh 2, 1700. I don't remember the exact years. Look at it. While his rule, he planned 5 space observatories. Can you imagine? How many years back? 300 years back. And it is not theoretical. Practically there, even today it's working. And if you look at Google Map, many people don't do this exercise. Google and find out where are these 5 places. You will see a triangle there. Ujjain, Madhya Pradesh, connected to Jaipur, then go to Delhi, then go to... You don't know the next place. I have to skip something for you, right? Then go to Kashi. Which is not in his country, which is not in his state, in somebody's state. Why did he go and establish there? Because he knew if you want to understand the whole space, you will have to connect like this and then do observation continuously so that you can talk about space. So a space observation is not looking at once. You have to have constant different parts. So if you want to learn space, it's a great knowledge. And if you don't know about space, you don't know where what goes. We have Mount Abu, we have got an observatory. The control is done in Bangalore. You understood? Because Himalaya, we have got another one, Henna. And from there, it is controlled from Bangalore. They collect all this information, the boundaries, so that we have got a better knowledge. Because space is too huge. I don't know about space much. Only this much I know. I can go on and on, but that's not one. Second one, you have a rocketry. Many people think a rocket goes like this. I don't know how many of you have gone to Shar, Sri Harikota. If not, go. People are permitted to go there. Only launch time you have restrictions. Last launch, my wife was there. My wife is a director in one of the ISRO centers. We joined together. I left early because I love children. I want to talk to children, so I left my office. Satellite doesn't go like this. Rocket doesn't go like this. And you all keep talking about Abdul Kalam space scientist. After 18 years, he left the space department. I left only after 20 years. He's a immatured, no retirement. Transfer from one department to another department. For what? He went to defense. For what? Whatever he learned in space, he used in defense. Instead of satellite, he put a missile there, it goes there and blasts. That's all. Technology is same. Understood? So he used opportunities. He used opportunities to make things happen in another department. And in defense department, what he did? The space, most of the items have to be so light so that you don't require large fuel to take it up. So it becomes lighter and lighter, it's better and better, you can place it the highest. So we have got lot of metals which are very light. In different atmospheric conditions, it will not get spoiled. So immediately he said, why not? It cannot be used in medical science. So most of the medical science where the spare parts have to be replaced in your body, many of them are originally made for defense. So don't think defense or space work independently with other departments. We all work in tandem. If a satellite is to be built, we have, not now, now many things are privatized. Maybe 30 years back when I joined also in the department, we have nearly 105 different companies making different spare parts. Each nut and bolt is made in different companies. ISRO doesn't manufacture anything. It is science and technology department and a research organization. We are not a manufacturing department. So what is science? Science is the theory. What is technology? Technology is what you have in your hand which works. And in between, you need to do a lot of experiments. And that experiments are given in the department, that knowledge, and we give a knowledge transfer to other departments. It's very simple, but not very simple. If I have to throw something, which is south? This side? That side. So if I throw something from here to south, where it will fall? It will fall in the next compound, right? Correct? If I throw little force, it goes into next city. Little more, it goes into next state. Little more, where does it go? It goes to Indian Ocean. Little more, where it will go? It goes to Australia. Little more, where it will go? Antarctica. After that, again, some more force, where it will go? It will go out of the earth. That is satellite launching. Satellite launching is not putting it like this. Many people think, yeah, you throw like this. If I have to throw something on the top, I will not throw direct. I will stay far and then throw, right? Trajectile motion. Have you seen squirrels? Squirrels jump from one plantain leaf to another plantain leaf. And it balances. I remember when Kalam was not even president, he was not a great scientist, he was just a colleague for all of us. In Thiruvananthapuram, I made a mention, squirrel knows better than Kalam, the trajectile motion. Next day newspaper it came. Because all animals also knows. Where do you get this information? It is not taught by somebody. Every animal learns it. How do they learn? Yesterday I was there in Trichy, Sri Rangam temple. So I have seen a cow going. There were bunch of cows and calves. One cow just walked away from the group. Only one calf went behind it because that's her mother. Correct? You keep a starving, hungry, thirsty calf, thousands of cows, its mother is not there, it will not drink milk. It will starve. How do they understand which is the mother? Hridaya, heart. Hridaya, Guhara, open that Hridaya, Guhara, Madhye, in the center, Kevalam Brahma Matra. There is a creativity in each one of us. We are not using that creativity. Creativity should be used. And if you use creativity, you become a poet. You also become a scientist. Both have creativity. I wrote a beautiful poem when Kalam died. Read Rhythm of Life. In that, I used Kalam, Kalam. Reverse it, it becomes Malak. Malak means decorations in the sari. Or in the scarf when you put, right? Lot of jerry will be there. Golden decoration. So I said Malak to Kalam. My decoration to Kalam. Who is a Malak? In one language, Arabic it means decoration. But in Hebrew, the Christian language, it means angel. So I said my decoration to Kalam, who is an angel now. My Malak to Kalam, the Malak. Creativity. What is that you require? Brahma inside you. Do you have Brahma inside you? Yes, you have. Because you will also get a degree called a B.Tech, B.A, B.Com, B.Sc. Everything is starting with B. What is that B? Brahmachari. Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Arts. So all the Vice Chancellors are telling you have Brahma inside you. Stupid Vice Chancellor. He doesn't understand. You never had this Brahmacharya inside you. You know why Brahma is given? Who is Brahma's wife? Saraswati. Yeah, if Brahma is inside, Saraswati will come. Otherwise, why should I write Malak when Kalam's name comes? It's a Brahma makes me to think Saraswati will give a vocabulary to me. Think. Don't waste time. Don't chit chat. Life is too short for people who wanted to do creative things. Life is too long for people who don't want anything to do. If you are too busy, life is too long. That means you are totally lazy. If you are too busy, you can do things. So, opportunity is there. Attitude is what I was talking to you now. And skill, yes. Skill require practice. You don't have to experiment because somebody else experimented. They will teach you. You take it from there. So, don't learn from the leaders. Learn the basics. You create your own life. Look at animals around. How do they work? And that's how people have done. The observatories were the real Vastu. When you want to know the directions, there are 3 directions. North, east, west, south. It is not one. There is a magnetic north. There is a grid north for space science. It is not earth alone. Because we look to the space. So where is north in the space? You have to star as the reference. You have to define a north. That's called the grid north. Which you use a magnet, it is the magnetic north. Ask the people who say that your house have to be east facing. Which north you ask them? They don't know, right? Do they know? There are three different north. And what is the north you say? True north. What is true north? East. The sun rises. Does the sun rise there every time? 23 degrees this way and that way. 46 degrees. So if you want to be a real Vastu, what you should do? The whole house has to be in a rotating wheel and rotate every day. We are in a scientific world, Amma. Why are you not asking questions critically? See, Bharatiya Shastram never allowed to believe. There is nothing called to believe. If somebody asks me, do I believe in God? I will say, no, stupid, I don't believe in God. I know God. Do you believe this is a pencil? It's a pencil because it's writing. Correct. Do you believe it's a pencil or you test it and find it is a pencil? Test. So lab is a place where you test, not learn. Understand? Beautiful name. I'm only looking at the name and speaking to you. The world is a lab where you have to test things. Religion is not to believe, test. If you have that sense, you have that sense everywhere. Yukti yuktam ubadeyam vachanam balakadabi anyatranavavatyajam apyuktam brahmakadabi. Yukti yuktam, logically ask questions. Why, where, when, how. We were all as young children like that. But after some time, our parents told, keep quiet, don't disturb. You see cartoon. We have wasted time because they don't have time. They don't have answers. I keep scolding probably students, teachers and parents. I am scolding myself because my name is DrTPS, teachers, parents, students. I don't know how am I parents got that idea and then put this name. Correct? I address only teachers, parents and students. That means the whole world is over. Either you are a student or a teacher or a parent, right? Correct? So it's very simple. It doesn't matter which family you belongs to. It doesn't matter which student's academy you are studying. It all matters whose company you are. If you are with good company, you will become good. If you are not with good company, gone case. You are talking to your neighbor who is sitting beside you because he is entertaining you. If he is entertaining, that means both are spoiled. It's not my story. I have nothing. In Bharatiya Shastram, we don't own anything. This is what Mahabharata teaches us. Both cousin brothers, Dharmaputra and Duryodhana, comes from same family. They all learned from same students' academy, same principal, same vice principal. Everybody were same. Teachers were same, the same palace. But what happened? Outside the class, one had Shakuni as the friend. And the other fellow had Krishna as the friend. Why he went to Shakuni? Because his father was blind. So Mahabharata says all fathers are blind. But then what mother should do? Mother should open eyes. Instead of that, she became so loving to the husband, she also closed her eyes. So therefore they produced 100 children, naturally. See, it all matters with whose company. I'm sure when you plan to join a new course, you want to do something, there will be a lot of people who will say, not required, all these are useless. Tell them, why are you asking? Because there is an intention for you. When you have an intention, decide that you are doing it. Because that comes from the heart. Then the buddhi is what is stopping you. Don't listen to your buddhi, listen to your heart. Conflictology. This is a science of conflictology. We ourselves have a lot of conflict. What to do, what not to do. If you have a passion, chase it. There will be a lot of people who will say, it doesn't work, it doesn't have market. Market is created by you. Understood? You have a great Birla here. I don't know whether Tata's Institute is here. Tata is one of the greatest person. He had sent a few people to Africa to find out whether there is a market for footwear. The one fellow went and searched and then said there is no market. It is there in that book. The last story is that. The Tata story message. He said there is no market because nobody is wearing footwear. The other fellow went and then came back and gave a report saying there is a lot of market because nobody has got footwear. You understood? Same problem, how do you look at it? That matters. How do you get this? You need good mentors. Krishna was great. Shakuni created a lot of troubles. It is not that that fellow don't want to be a good boy. Because I am sure Gandhari must have scolded like any mother scolding the children. Why can't you look at your cousin brothers, neighbors and become good, Yes, Gandhari told. You know what he said? Janami dharmam, I know what is to be done. Nachame pravrti, I am not able to do it. Janami adharmam, I know what should not be done. Nachame nivritti, I cannot stop doing it. Kena api kamena hridistidena yata niyuktosi tata karomi. My hridayam says, my attachment says something. Nothing wrong. Many people keep saying don't use social media. Probably I am the one who is more totally into social media. I've got great students who are totally into social media. But after half an hour, what do I tell children? Use full time there. But after half an hour, write 2 paragraphs. What did you learn from that? Then it works. And if you are doing something which doesn't work, it's a waste. So you need somebody who demands you to Google, find out. Oh, this is what I want to make. I did this. Maulana Azad, National Institute of Technology. There is another, Bhopal. I was there as a mentor for some time where we started creating satellites. After 10 years also, they did not make satellite. It's not that small task to make it, I'll tell you. But what had happened, all the BTech first year has to write an entrance exam, 50 will be taken into my team. So everybody becomes a competitive thing, everybody writes. Something great is happening. But nothing great happened. But what had happened, all the students who went enrolled there got into different scientific institutions in the after few years. Don't think that I am learning cycling to cycle in that route throughout my life. Is it? I am learning swimming in a pool. Is it to swim in the same pool throughout my life? I learned the trick of swimming so that any pool I can swim. I learned the trick of driving cycle so that anywhere I can drive, right? So understand the labs. Don't think that the whole people who join here will make satellites. The space will become space debris then. Understood? It is not that simple. But you invest that much time. I don't say spend the time. Very carefully I use words. You invest time, I'm sure your skill will improve. Your attitude will improve because a lot of genius people are joining together. Individually you cannot achieve anything. So you have a group. But hardly students have time these days. Because soon after school they go for tuitions. You know the biggest problem, we have Kaudilya, Arthashastra, who wrote that. No, he left his state because his students are going for tuitions. It's a shame. If I am teaching mathematics, my student goes for tuitions, I should commit suicide. Because I am not doing my job. I am feeding my child the breakfast and the same child goes and eat in the same opposite some other hotel every day. Do you think the mother will feel happy? Do you think they will have taste while eating here because they know they are going to eat again there? And while eating there, will they be happy because they already half filled here, right? So I start giving shapa to children who are going for tuitions. We had in Bharata also tuitions, which was called the Itihasa, Purana, essence were being taught. You can listen to that many times. But before that, all these essence were taught through the Upanishad. Veda is the text, Upanishad is question answer. Do you have a lot of questions to ask your tuition teacher? Go, ask questions. Don't tell them, don't teach me. We have a great place in Rajasthan, Kota. And there is a beautiful cereal called Kota Factory. I don't know how many of you have seen that. Yeah. It is not made from the heaven. It's made from on the ground, what is happening here, right? There are a lot of such movies made. Open your eyes. Don't listen 2 times, only once. I will write it. I will Google myself. Acharya Padamadate. 1/4 knowledge you can get from any Acharya. Acharya is not Guru. Acharya is who has practiced mathematics in his life becomes a mathematics Acharya. Not learned and taught. That becomes a tape recorder job, right? No. I practice mathematics, therefore I know mathematics. I know mathematics. I know chemistry. You must be able to tell like that. Looking at him, you must be, oh, I should become like him, a mathematics teacher. Will you be able to do that? Then I am sure you are becoming a role model. Such people, when they teach, you get only 1/4 knowledge. So I am sure the lab will not be, if there are 100 people, all the 100 will not be good. What is being given is same, but you are not taking it in the same stuff. So you have to improve yourself. Search, there are a lot of sites available. Internet is full of such knowledge. Keep on doing it and ask questions. The mentor, teachers, the guide should have headache. I did that in my life. Those days books were only there. So I used to spend a lot of time in the library, read every book. I will know which teacher, what book they took. I finish that reading and then come and sit in the classroom. That's how you should do it. Then I am sure your lab will become more productive. Otherwise it's only teaching like classroom. Why I am saying this, it's like a classroom teaching. If you take it, doesn't happen. If the skill is not improved, it doesn't happen. So I am sure lab is created, good guides are there, but if you are not very smart enough, nothing will happen. It will be like a normal classroom examination, quiz. You will write everything, read everything, but understanding will not be there. So change, because this is a place where such great people were there. Jai Singh was a mathematician, he was an architect, he was also an astronomer, and he had got great interest. Each one of you will have a blood from that. At least some DNA from the air will get into you while taking breath and water. Change life. So it's a great opportunity given. I'm sure the skill will be available and you can do wonders. I can go on and on, but I thought I'll not exceed. Is it more enough or good enough?
Yes. Please.
Understood. So what is required is creative thinking. If you have some questions, yes, I can answer it. Some fast questions. Anything, anywhere. We have a beautiful mother tongue. So if any questions, we can answer it with the second alphabet in our mother tongue. You know the second alphabet? The first alphabet is A. Listening the class, good enough. When somebody asks question, second alphabet, A. Correct? So if you know second alphabet in India, Indians are great. Second alphabet I know, first alphabet also I know. One good question. I assess a place and school based on the questions. I was told that there are 3-4 school students here. Let me see which school students are brightest and greatest. Some bright questions. 6. I am from Satellite Space Department. So 6, 5, countdown. 0, I will be there in that seat. Before that, you should ask. 6, 5. Yeah. Good boy. Come on.
As you said that we should follow our passion.
Yeah.
So, sir, what should one do if one does not have any passion?
What is the problem? You don't have passion. Yeah. It's like a buffet dinner, but you don't know the taste of any food. You keep on tasting, second round, third round. And which counter you go, that's your favorite food. There's a problem with the people who don't know the taste of the food also, right? Your tongue has to be cleaned first. You have to taste everything. Maybe something will come, that doesn't matter. But don't take it further in your life. You'll have a lot of problems. You have to settle somewhere in life, right? Yeah. See, there are only 3 requirements in this world. One is fame. People opt because this is fame. I get fame. Most of the people opt for films and all that because it's making people fame. The second one is knowledge. Uttar Pradesh is working. Okay. The other one is I make a lot of money. Madhya Pradesh is working. Fame is your land, where the chest is up always. Pride. Pride means chest up, right? So you are from the chest up place. Got it? And other people are there like Kerala. We only serve others. We are very good in advising, but we don't do anything else. I cannot start an institution like this because I don't have that courage. Understood? I like to be in the advisory board, giving comments, telling this correct, because that's what we do. So each place I've got a geographical. So you look at where is your origin, or send your horoscope. I'll tell you what is your good for. The last option is that it doesn't work. Yeah. Yeah.
So why are we always associating future with technology of space and satellites and all of that?
No, not necessarily. That is where I don't know. Inside these classes, when you look at it, I said Kalam went for defense. That was also used in medical. Why did I tell that? When you do something, don't think that is there. He has done it. Why somebody is opening a non-vegetarian restaurant? He likes to have it. Why somebody else is opening a vegetarian? This is for space, right? This is what they could do. This is what their knowledge is. But you can also have an art. Cinema programs can be there. You can have a music class. Why people only go for music class? Don't ask. Correct? You learn everything. That's up to you. Which one you want, you take options. India is a place where we have got plenty of options, right? God itself, how many gods? You have a lot of options. You want education, go to Saraswati. You want money, go to Lakshmi. And you want job, go to her husband, Vishnu. Right? You want to sleep, go to Shiva. You want energy, after sleep, go to Parvati. You get energy. Everything is there. You want many people go to Krishna temple to pray after marriage. I say, why? Why do you want a girlfriend along with you all the time? No? A lot of conflicts. Yeah. So options. It's like a government. We have got different ministers. You take what you want. That's it. Yeah. Anything more? 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Yeah. Otherwise, if you get some question, some point of time, DrTPS, Google, you will get it. My number is 944. Yeah, 950. Sorry, that has become too much. 950. I have got more than 3 lakhs contact on my phone. It has become jam most of the time. So 350 20 388 75. 950 20 388 75. It's not learning alone. You should also know how to communicate. I get most of the time people say hi. I say bye. When you send a message, send, I am so and so, I attended to this class. Right? That's how you should introduce. Otherwise, immediately you get a reply. Learn how to communicate. Most important. If you don't know how to communicate, any job is useless. See, in space department, we have got a lot of scientists who become higher, who knows the boss more closely. How do you know the boss closely? Who can present well? Not technical skill. Presentation skill has to be good. So if you don't know presentation skill, you become a failure. So learn to learn. Number one, learn to communicate. See, for example, space for science and technology is what is created in space lab, right? Is it science and technologies in space or space of science and technology? While talking, I wrote this. Is it space for science and technology or space of science and technology for science and technology or for space? Think about it. So when you think too much, you better communicate. So write it down. So keep on writing. Any idea when it comes, keep writing, keep drawing. I'm sure you will improve in your life. God bless you. Enjoy. Ishwaranugraham Davate. Yeah. He made me to speak one. I was there when the moon mission happened. The moon landed there. On the moon launch happened that day. I was with All India Radio answering in Delhi for the space department. Public were asking, "Hum bhuka mar rahe hain, aap kyun bhej rahe hain aisa paisa, barbad kar rahe hain?" I have to answer all this. Okay, I did it. But then the day it reached moon and they found that there is water in space. A moon, right? Actually, there is no water. There is only H2 and O. But they don't mix together. Some place only they marry. Some place they distinctly stay, right? So there is hydrogen, there is oxygen. Combination did not happen. But most of the papers, including my paper from Kerala, Malayalam, they said Chandranil Vellamunda. Chandran means moon. Vellam means water. There is water in moon. That's what the main heading. I was a guest in Jaipur, the Kerala Samajam, and for Onam program. And somebody asked a question. Is it true that there is water there? Vellamunda is a beautiful word. If you can Google it, translate it, you will get many meanings. One meaning is there is water. Another meaning is white dhoti. Okay. So, I interpreted it saying, actually is water is there in moon. When somebody asked, it's not a science program, it's a Kerala festival, right? So I used language, said that, yes, there is a white dhoti in moon, which is Madhavan Nayar's. That time Madhavan Nayar was the chairman.
We are indeed blessed by your presence amid us, sir. Thank you for sharing your vision and future prospects with us. I would humbly submit that our guests possess a distinct vision and a fountain of illuminating ideas. You are idols of knowledge and experience and an inspiration to these young enthusiasts in the making. Now,